The Central Intelligence Agency's CIA secret LSD experiments under Project MKUltra constitute one of the most controversial and morally troubling episodes in American history. Conducted primarily during the Cold War era, MKUltra represented the apex of clandestine government endeavors aiming to achieve dominance in psychological warfare and mind control. This project, steeped in secrecy and ethical violations, leveraged psychedelic substances such as lysergic acid diethylamide, LSD, to explore the possibilities of manipulating human minds. Unveiled decades after its termination, MKUltra continues to influence societal perceptions of governmental ethics, human rights, and the bounds of scientific experimentation. Initiated in the early 1950s and continuing through the 1960s, Project MKUltra emerged from Cold War anxieties. The American intelligence community, haunted by fears of communist mind control techniques purportedly being developed by Soviet and Chinese adversaries, sought defensive and offensive psychological capabilities. Driven by paranoia and competitive urgency, the CIA aimed to unlock the mechanisms of brainwashing, hypnosis, and psychological manipulation. LSD, discovered in 1938 by Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann, emerged as a central chemical agent in these pursuits due to its potent psychotropic effects capable of radically altering perception, consciousness, and cognition. MKUltra, under the oversight of CIA chemist and spy master Sidney Gottlieb, pursued various covert methodologies to test LSD on unsuspecting subjects. Experiments were conducted secretly in hospitals, prisons, universities, and even brothels. The CIA partnered covertly with institutions and academics, frequently disguising their involvement behind fronts, misleading individuals, and securing cooperation through funding channels obscured from public and congressional oversight. Consequently, the experiments often lacked informed consent, raising severe ethical implications. Many subjects unknowingly ingested LSD, suffering severe psychological distress, hallucinations, paranoia, and even lasting psychological trauma. One notorious aspect of MKUltra involved Operation Midnight Climax, in which CIA operatives established safe houses in New York City and San Francisco, employing prostitutes to administer LSD surreptitiously to their clients. CIA personnel observed the drug's effects through concealed one-way mirrors, recording sessions without subjects' consent. These disturbing practices epitomized the project's blatant disregard for ethical norms, legal boundaries, and human dignity. The covert nature and exploitation of marginalized populations highlighted institutional vulnerabilities and governmental abuses of power. In academia and medical settings, many reputable researchers unknowingly received CIA funds through dummy corporations and front organizations. Prestigious universities, hospitals, and psychiatric institutions participated unwittingly or willingly in these experiments, complicating subsequent attempts at accountability. Dr. Ewan Cameron's infamous psychic driving experiments at McGill University stand out, in which LSD was administered alongside extreme sensory deprivation, electroconvulsive therapy, and relentless audio loops. Cameron believed these aggressive treatments could erase and reprogram the mind, leaving numerous patients with profound, irreversible damage. The secrecy surrounding MKUltra unraveled slowly. In 1973, amid mounting scrutiny, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered the destruction of most MKUltra files, severely limiting subsequent efforts to document the project's full scope. Nevertheless, revelations emerged through investigative journalism, congressional hearings, and Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) requests. The landmark Church Committee investigations in 1975 exposed MKUltra's disturbing abuses, initiating public outrage and demanding reform. Senator Frank Church's Senate committee unveiled the scope of MKUltra's unethical experimentation, prompting legislative and administrative reforms aimed at preventing such abuses. These revelations triggered significant shifts in governmental accountability, transparency, and oversight mechanisms. Executive orders and legislation subsequently enacted sought to curtail intelligence community autonomy, mandating stricter oversight by Congress, clearer ethical guidelines, and informed consent protections for human experimentation. Public knowledge of MKUltra also significantly influenced cultural perceptions and artistic expressions. The project became emblematic of governmental overreach and the terrifying potential for science to dehumanize individuals. Films, literature, and popular culture have frequently drawn from MKUltra's sinister legacy, embedding its lessons into broader societal narratives around trust, paranoia, and the ethics of scientific inquiry. Despite attempts at governmental remediation and compensation for survivors, MKUltra's legacy remains unresolved and contentious. Victims continue to grapple with psychological harm, struggling for recognition, restitution, and justice. These personal tragedies serve as poignant reminders of the severe consequences stemming from unchecked governmental power and inadequate ethical safeguards. MKUltra's significance extends far beyond historical curiosity or Cold War-era paranoia. It provides crucial lessons in the dangers inherent to covert operations lacking transparency and ethical oversight. Contemporary parallels in privacy debates, surveillance ethics, and psychological warfare underscore MKUltra's enduring relevance. The project exemplifies how institutional secrecy, unchecked by rigorous oversight and moral accountability, can perpetrate profound harms. Ultimately, the CIA's secret LSD experiments under MKUltra reflect a disturbing yet instructive chapter in American history. They embody critical lessons on governmental accountability, human rights protections, and ethical scientific practice. By thoroughly examining MKUltra's transgressions, society reinforces the essential value of transparency, informed consent, and ethical integrity, fundamental safeguards against similar abuses occurring in the future.